it's Adam from Skills Loop, back with your top tips and maintenance things. I'm basically kind of doing these videos to help during the C-19 lockdown. Hopefully you guys are spending the kind of time in working through your bike, and some people just don't feel confident, and loads of people on the Skills Loop Facebook page ask me to do small how-tos. So literally be covering everything from kind of punctures to disc brake changes, brake pad changes. But today is going to be a pretty big one. How to change the bottom bracket. When I was growing up, I didn't have the money, neither did my parents, to be spending out on new parts. So parts had to last as long as possible. I learned everything I know about bikes from just spending that time stripping them down, sometimes getting it wrong and kind of taking it to the bike shop for them to get to rescue. Sorry about the car noise, guys. I can't help it. I'm really fortunate that I made some very good friends during my bike life who have really helped me in kind of showing me how to fix things, and even more importantly, how to maintain them. So I'm just going to pass that knowledge on to you. If you haven't already, guys, check out skillsloop.com. We're on Facebook and Instagram, and we've currently got a wicked competition on Facebook, courtesy of Dirty Rides. So Dirty Rides support Skills Loop with our kit, so go and check those guys out. And as I say, they have kindly purchased a course, especially for the competition. So you can win a half day's course with me at Skills Loop. So get on over, get to the Facebook page, get involved. All the what to do and what not to do are there. If you've got any questions, just give me a shout and I will get back to you. So guys, the tools that you will be needing for this, and the most important part, is the hammer. Obviously I'm joking, but yeah, a hammer you will need. If you've got one of these ones, they're a softer form of hammer, so you've got a plastic cap on one side and a hard rubber at the other, opposite direction obviously. A BB press, super handy but not essential. A drift, so these really help you kind of tap out those bearings if a bit like me you've got a push fit. If you've got the older style cranks, you probably need one of these, and I hope you can kind of see what this is, but basically this section here screws into your crank arm. So you screw that in, that stops, and then you stick your spanner onto here, wind that in, that presses against the actual BB, and that pulls off your crank. You can get these off eBay, you can go to your local bike shop, they are called crank extractors. All the newer style cranks actually have a crank extractor bolt built in, so it saves us using these. A little tip, guys, sometimes the hole is bigger in the BB than what is the end of this. You can use a 5p, stick a 5p inside first and then put that in. You will lose 5p though, it will totally bend it and cripple it, but little trick for you. I don't know if it's a trick, or is it, what would you call it, a trick? Is it a hack? Yeah, I think it's a hack. And last but not least, we are going with an 8mm. I had to double check then because they're all different sizes. Now, I need to be honest, guys, those of you that know me and saw my Instagram the other day, I had hell to pay for this bottom bracket, and I'm going to tell you a little bit more about that. So guys, I have got the True Vitive Descendant cranks, renowned, whatever, for having super tight crank bolts. Now, I didn't know this up until about a week ago. My bottom bracket went. I'm stuck at my girlfriend's. Big shout out to Two Wheels Only in Tamworth. They ordered me in a BB so I can carry on doing the kind of videos, the skills videos. If you haven't seen them, get onto Facebook Skills Loop page, and there's 7 days of skills on there, everything from track stands to back ups to side hops, bunny ups, everything. So go and check that out. Yeah, I was having major issues, could not get this off. It was so tight, the crank bolt was so tight. I was starting to question myself, am I going the right way? I actually ended up tightening it to crack the bolt first. When I say crack the bolt, it just means move the bolt, not physically break it into 2 pieces, which I think helps then to kind of bring it back. Now, a few tips and a few new tips, which big shout out to Wayne. He came up with an idea, because I've not got a wall here, I'm quite stuck. So normally you could put your left hand crank onto the wall, stand on that, and then crank down on this side, and that will pop it. It's all well and good if you've got a wall. I haven't. So Wayne came up with a great idea of cable ties. Cable tie the arm of the left hand crank to the chainstay. I snapped through 3 fat ones. I've tried 4 and that worked. So I go with 4 fat, and I mean super fat cable ties, if it is really tight. I know this isn't going to be big and very tight. I've also checked it beforehand because I didn't want to get to the point of me having to crank it off, but it is. So this is a DUB, a dub button bracket, and they are renowned for being really tight. So it is lefty loosey, righty tighty, so you can be sure you are going the right way. So you crank that down, mine's going to be quite loose, there we go, and then I'm just going to pull you in a little bit closer. There we go guys, you can actually see what I'm doing. So 8mm into there, we've cranked it open, lefty loosey, righty tighty, and then what you'll find is it will go loose and then tight again. And that is the actual crank extractor that's built into the bolt starting to work. Now at this point, you can, if you've got the function, push your mech forwards and lock the mech out, so you've got a saggy chain. That's just going to help you get the chain off, which you can do prior. Oh, that was not very good. Literally halfway through filming, then the blooming garage door swings open. So taking the chain off, that just frees up the cranks. So we're taking that crank off. So remember, lefty loosey, righty tighty. Just spin that round. Should be pretty loose now. As I say guys, mine has been off literally last week, so it's going to be super loose. You can still see the little gunk of grease in there. Now that was stopping there, so this plug doesn't come out. Stick your crank arm down, and then with your plastic hammer, one of these badgers, if you've not got one of these, use a hammer and then get a block of wood, so something similar to this, and then hit that and just knock that through. Okay, if you've got the proper gizmos and tools, get one of these, do the same, tap tap tap, and that's going to slide out the opposite side. So there we go, that's what it looks like. There's your dub BB, if you like, the actual centre part to it. And then that leaves us with the actual bottom bracket. Now, using a piece of wood has just dirtied it, so I'm just going to clean that up. So what we want to do now is check those bearings. So you literally can stick your fingers in, give them a spin. If when you've checked them and they feel really rough and they're like rocky and they're saying gritty, your bottom bracket's dead. At this point there's only one option left to do, and that is going to change with your BB. Now this is a Commencal Clash. It runs a 92mm bottom bracket. Why is it 92? I'll put down the bottom. It's also a push fit. So those of you with a kind of threaded BB, you will need a bottom bracket tool. Again, you can get them from your bike shops or off eBay, Amazon, etc. Push fit, nice and easy. So if I know that the kind of bottom bracket's dead, I get my drift, and this is literally just a flat piece of metal that's super sharp on the edge. I can put this inside, get my hammer and tap it round. Don't just do one area, work it round, keep working it round. You don't want to kind of overlise the BB. You'll start having big problems if you do that. That's going to pop out the old shells, clean it all out, gives you a good chance to kind of look inside, check, see if there's any water in there. Some bikes have got a hole just inside of the frame, so all the water runs down and actually runs straight into your BB. I'm quite fortunate that this is a solid tube straight the way through. You just brought the kind of new BB and you've got to put it in. Now you can get fancy tools, a bit like this one. So you unwind that side, you'll push it through, so you put your cups on here, push that in, put that into the other side, tighten that up, and then you tighten this and it will slowly press it in. Put a little bit of grease around the cup as well, it's just going to help it slide in, a little bit of lubricant. And then that garage door is going to go again, I know it. You start screwing that on and that presses it in. If you find that it's not going in straight, you can always revert back to the trusty old hammer. So you literally just tap it round like this, fly around, and it will slowly work its way in. Again, you can use a kind of piece of wood, turn the kind of bike sideways onto the floor and just give it a tap in. That's going to recess the BB in nicely, make sure it's nice and flush, give it a good clean up, make sure it's nice and dust free and there's nothing else in there, and then it's just a case of putting everything back together again. So have a quick look over, slide your non-drive side crank through. You see that that's picked up a little bit of rubbish off the floor, considering I swept yesterday, you wouldn't believe it. Yeah. And then see, clean that out, make sure that's all nice and tidy, and then put a little bit more grease on there, just so I know it's all greased up. Put some in on the thread as well. Nice little trick is to hold the kind of grease onto it and just turn the crank the kind of opposite direction, and that just helps you get that grease all the way around. And then we go for the drive side. Now, don't be that person to put it on the same drop as the non-drive. Remember guys, it goes opposite. Now this bit can be a little bit fiddly sometimes, so what I suggest is put your Allen key in first. Told you it can be fiddly. Put that in, hold the non-drive side, and it will just bite enough for you to get that first bit of thread in, and then we can get it done. So wind that in, turn that crank back round, so we're going to the right, so we're going clockwise this time. If your crank arm is kind of cable tied there, brilliant, you can just start cranking it up and you'll feel it start pulling onto that crank. Give it a little nick up and then give it a spin, and it should be nice and solid. There should be no side to side movement. You've just then officially changed your own BB. How amazing do you feel? You should be feeling pretty pro right now. Guys, do wear gloves. I've got none left and I can't get none from anywhere for obvious reasons. Yeah. Unleash the crank, give it a pedal round. There you go guys, you've just changed your BB. It's that simple, and this is always good just to do, just to get everything off and clean it, especially cleaning the kind of front chainring. Like through the winter, you'll be riding through loads of grit and horrible stuff that just starts grinding down with your gears. Get in there, get it all cleaned off, and get that bike running super sweet. So guys, that's it. A few steps on getting you a little bit more confident, learning a little bit more about your bike. And yeah, it's a good thing to do. Just get out there, have a play. The sun's out at the moment, you can be outside, strip that bike down. The next video is going to be the headset, so how to drop out your forks, give the headset a good clean, make sure the bearings are running sweet. I really hope that these videos are actually helping you guys. It's something that I love doing. I love helping people, and at the moment I can't do nothing else, so I'm hoping that these videos are kind of coming across as helpful. If you've got any ideas that I can actually do here in the garage, the Skills Loop garage, drop them in the comment section below. It'd be awesome if you could press share, and share it onto your Facebook. That would be super cool. Just thanks to everybody for the kind of support. It's been a tough couple of months, not gonna lie, but Skills Loop ain't going nowhere. There's loads that I've had to put on pause. Some super exciting adventures await, and yeah, just thanks for being part of it. Really appreciate it, I really do. Hit that subscribe button. I know it's a cliche thing to say, but you're just making it a little bit easier for people to get to these videos, and there'll be somebody out there that this kind of video might just help. I hope so. But if not, I've had good fun in doing it. So thanks for watching, guys. Stay healthy, take care of each other. We're nearly there, guys, so just try and stay in a little bit longer. I know it's so tempting to go out. I love going to go out for a big session with the kind of guys and girls, my friends, and really miss it. So yeah, big well done to get you all. Stay positive, grab those positives, there's always a positive. And as I say, Facebook, the competition's still running. It's running to the end of the month, so your chance to win a free half-day course with me at Skills Loop, courtesy of Dirty Rides and TB Apparel. Big shout out to Phil and the team there. So I'm gonna leave it there, guys. I'm talking, I'm rabbiting, and I bet the battery's about to go. So thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget, subscribe, notifications, big likes, thumbs up, share with your family and friends. And until the next one, see you soon. Take care, stay healthy, love you all. Peace.